So scared because the board exams are going to start soon, and I completely understand your anxiousness. Watch this video till the very end and score over 90% in your board exams. Even if you didn't study all year long, I'm going to save you, and this is first, know your syllabus. I want you to make a list of every chapter, every topic which is going to be included in the board exams. Now color code this list. Green for those chapters and topics which you are completely confident for. Yellow for those chapters which you are semi-confident for. And red for those chapters which you have no idea what's going on. And this list should be made subject-wise. A different list for English and a different list for various other subjects. You get my point. Now, this list making step is quite crucial step, and this is because why? Activity will help you identify which subjects are our weaknesses and which subjects are our strength, which topics are our weaknesses and which topics are our strength. Now what you have to do is work on your weaknesses, read those chapters thoroughly, make notes from those chapters, practice questions from those chapters. Most important, practicing questions. And what about the chapters which are our strength? Work on our strength over and over again. Practice those chapters as well. Which books to use for studying? NCERT. NCERT is the key. Trust me. When you have done your thorough reading from NCERT, when you have done thorough practice from NCERT, then you have to jump on to another workbooks or reference books. And as for which reference books we have to study from, for science, together with science, for mathematics, mock papers, together with mathematics, mock paper edition, for Hindi, together with Hindi, for mock paper edition again, for English mock papers, Oswald book for mock papers, and Wren and Martin for grammar. It's a really good book. I used Wren and Martin. I still use Wren and Martin for grammar. And for SST, full marks social studies or social science, I think that is the title of the book. And you can use these books during this time for mock paper and much more practice. Now you have to make a to-do list and a routine. Your routine and to-do list both need to be very, very practical and easy to stick to. When you are making a to-do list of the day, make sure you're including both chapters from both the categories, your weakness category and your strength category as well. What you have to do with the chapter of your weakness category? Read it thoroughly, underline it, highlight the important factors, make detailed quality notes. Again, make detailed quality notes of that weakness chapter, and you have to make sure that it's not a weakness within a week. Now, after you have done the reading of the weakness chapter, what I want you to do is take your strength chapter and test yourself for that. You have to do as difficult questions as you can do from that chapter, and make sure you score yourself. Make sure the scoring pattern that you're following follows the board marking scheme, and make sure you're marking yourself very, very strictly. By doing this activity, you will feel so relieved. Number one, because you have studied the chapter you were so scared of, and it was a weakness and not a weakness anymore. And number two, because you have gained even more confidence in your strength chapter. And if you're preparing for board exam, any other entrance exam, or any sort of exam in general, you have to be very, very disciplined and consistent. Discipline and consistency is the key to master and be successful in any of the exam or in any of the area of your life. You have made the list of chapters, you have made the to-do list, you know what chapters you have to work upon more. You have set your mindset towards scoring the highest grade ever. Now you have to set a practical, logical routine. I'll share what my routine was like during my board exam preparation. It doesn't have to be same for everyone. I'm sharing my routine so you can know what your routine could look like. 5 a.m. is no magical time to be up at. I used to wake up by 7 in the morning, and first thing I would do is look at my to-do list. I would look through a chapter which belonged to the weakness category, just skim through it, not even reading it, just skim through it, marking the important topics, and that's it. Then I would have take a shower, get ready, have my breakfast, and then I would come back to the chapter. After that I would read it thoroughly, making good notes, good quality detailed notes, and I would do the strategy for SST and for science. After I have done the weakness chapter, I would read the easy chapter, my strength chapter. Again, I would read it thoroughly, make good notes, and practice some questions. I used to start this activity by 9, and it would and by 10:30 I would be done for this activity. By 10:45 I would take a 15-minute break in between. Taking break is just as necessary as working is. By 10:45 I would start a mock paper for mathematics, and I would give myself 2 hour and 30-minute duration. For board exam, it give you 15-minute reading time plus 3 hours for writing the exam. But while I was practicing the mock paper, while I was attempting the mock paper, I would give myself 2 hour time limit plus 30 minutes. After attending the mock paper, it was time for my tuition classes, and I would attend my tuition, and it was for 1 hour and 30 minutes long. And then I would come back home, have my lunch, take a break. May sometimes I even have a nap, and then I would attempt a Hindi mock paper. After attempting Hindi mock paper, I would go and attempt English mock paper. I don't usually correct my mock paper by my own. If you can correct your mock paper by your own, make sure you do, and make sure you mark them very strictly. I can't do that. So I would ask my tutor or maybe some elder to correct it for me. And then I would make some necessary corrections and editing in the answers. After that, I would take a break again and get again to my weakness chapter from my science and SST subject. Again, I would do the same practice, reading through the chapter thoroughly, making detailed good notes, and I would have my dinner. By 8 or 8:30, I eat my dinner, and it wasn't that heavy. I don't eat any of my meals during exam very heavy. Instead, I eat light energy giving food. And even if I need that extra energy or extra kick, I don't go for caffeine. Instead, I would get green tea or consume green coffee or even soya milk. Soya milk is also a good form of energy drink. I don't recommend you having Red Bull, Monster, or any sort of energy caffeinated drink. After consuming my dinner, I would read one lesson from English literature and one lesson from Hindi literature. After reading the lessons, I would follow my regular night routine, which includes journaling and doing some skincare and all of that sort, and making my to do list for the next day. And this was my productive routine, which I followed during boards. I hope this video made your board journey a little less stressing. And let me tell you, board exams are going to be easy. I know pre-boards are very difficult. If you compare a pre-board with board are very much easy. Trust me, board exams are very much easy. You are going to rock these exams, and all of my best wishes to you. Hope you score the highest grade ever, and bye.